What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, all that information is in the description box below. Also, go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks TV. Make sure you subscribe over there and hit that little bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Now this video is for educational purposes, so as I approach this topic with respect, I need you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Alright, now this story is coming out of North Carolina. A North Carolina pastor is facing some serious charges for inappropriate interactions with the minor involving a case in Durham, North Carolina, according to the arrest records. Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon, 37 years old, was arrested by the Raleigh police at his home on Thursday, December 1st, 2022. Now, due to the nature of the crime and the charges that Pastor David Keandre Dixon has, the Durham County Detention Center listed Pastor Dixon as an inmate being held on a $10 million secured bond. Take a breath. Yeah, y'all heard me right. A $10 million secured bond. Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon. All that stuff you were talking on social media about how the haters were against you and all this kind of stuff. What you got to say now? Now, Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon is the pastor at Kingdom City Life Empowerment Church in Durham, North Carolina. Take a breath. Kingdom City Life Empowerment Church. Life empowerment. What exactly are you empowering the people to do? Now, I know the pastor is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, but y'all, there are so many cases like this one that are happening daily, several times a day, throughout the United States with individuals in religious institutions. And we can't keep sweeping this stuff under a rug and telling people, oh, just pray about it. And God tell you to forgive the pastor, the evangelist, or the bishop. I know they did that to you, but we got to forgive and go on. No, the damage is already done. And these children have to grow up and they live with this trauma. And then they become adults. And you all are saying, oh, come back to the church. Oh, you got to forgive. But no one deals with what happened to them. And the first thing that you all tell the victims and some of the victims' family and people who stand beside the victims in these churches, oh, don't touch the pastor, don't touch the evangelist, don't touch the prophetess, don't touch the first lady or the bishop, touch not my anointed, touch not my anointed. Well, let me tell you something, ma'am and sir. When the so-called anointed touch the children or they touch these men and women in church who are victims, we touching them. Put that in your prayer requests. Now look. While doing my research on this particular case, I saw that there were some people online who had already had speculations about Pastor Dixon and his interactions around town. As a matter of fact, in one of the sermons that I watched online, he preached and he said, and I'm paraphrasing on this, you all, he said, God will deal with the people who put their mouth on this church, meaning his church and the people in his church. Even as recent as November 28th, he went online and he posted this just days before his arrest. And Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon says, even in this, God, I smile. I give you praise. Y'all haters and jealous people, keep on hating and being jealous towards me. You're doing a great job of it because you keep advancing me, pushing me forward to the blessings and miracles. So I say to my haters, keep up the good work. Just know that your days are numbered. And I smile even though I'm hurt. I'm keeping it moving. I'm keeping it moving. Yeah. And God wants you to keep it moving too. That's why he had the Raleigh Police Department to come and arrest you, and they moved you to the Durham County Detention Center where you're being held on a $10 million secured bond. Now I'm going to let you all watch this video and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. And you all know me. I'm Dawson and I won't hold back.
Right now, David Dixon is in jail on $10 million bond. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Gerald Owens.
And I'm Michelle McConaughey. Dixon was arrested in Raleigh and is now being held in Durham tonight because that's where investigators believe the crimes happened. WRAL Durham reporter Sarah Kruger is live at the county courthouse, Sarah, with the court documents. Michelle, according to an arrest warrant, there is one victim. Now, right now, Dixon is in jail in Durham. Monday morning, he will be right here in court.
A $10 million bond for 37-year-old David Dixon, an indication of how serious the charges against him are. The warrant for his arrest states the crimes happened in October of this year. This is how many in the community know Dixon. On his Facebook page, he refers to himself as the senior pastor at Kingdom City Life Empowerment Church in Durham. I spoke by phone with the pastor, who says she met him about a decade ago at a religious conference, and they've remained friends since. Now she is stunned.
Oh my God, yes, never would have thought, never.
What was your impression of him from being friends with him?
From the time that I met him, the time that I was around him, laughing, fun, joking, churching, that's it. That's all I know. That's my life. It's to serve the Lord.
Durham Police is the agency investigating this case. I did reach out to them to see if there are any additional details they might be able to add, including if they believe there are any more victims. At this point, I have not yet heard back.
All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, to the parents or guardians of this young man, because from the information I got, they said it was a young man. However, whether if it was a young man or a young lady, we have to protect them all. To the parents or guardians of the victim, I hope you all will ensure that the victim gets counseling, all right? I have said this many times on this particular YouTube show, and I will continue to say it. You people who are in these religious institutions, keep an eye on your children. Please keep an eye on those children and stop trusting them with so many people in the church. I don't care that it's the apostle, the bishop, the pastor, the first lady, the evangelist, the prophet, the prophetess. I don't care about that. You all, those children are your responsibility. And for you people in the church, the congregants, if you know that something is going on, it is your responsibility to report it. No more of this stuff where we're just going to pray and pastor going to ask for forgiveness and we going to forgive him, we going to move on. No. Because if it happened once, it'll happen again. Now, let me say this to Pastor Apostle Dixon. You have a lot of explaining to do, not only to your congregation, but to the ministers who fellowship with you. And as a matter of fact, we heard the lady in the news clip saying, oh my God, I didn't know, this is so sad, and saying that you all just talked about church and you were very churchy. That's the problem. Y'all are so heavenly minded. You're no earthly good. Many of you all in these churches. And when things like this happen, you just, oh, well, we got to forgive. Oh, we going to fly away one day. Oh, and you down here for another 50 years. And the children still, they're adults now and they still dealing with the trauma of what happened 20, 30 years ago. Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon, you got to explain this one, sir. And let me say one more thing before I leave. I was looking at your association, some of the members some of the pastors and, bishops who've come to your church. And let me tell you something, sir. The fact that you had, what's this man's name here? Apostle David Lee Dupree, Apostle D.L. Dupree, preaching at your church. That says a lot about you. Because what I want you all to do, all my subscribers, after this video, go on YouTube and search Apostle D.L. Dupree Accusers. Do that. Or just put his name in there. They'll come up. And you're going to see King Jobs did a lot of videos on some of the victims over there. And the fact that this man just recently came and preached at your church, that does not sit well with me. Not at all. Not at all. Now, I'm going to say something real quick and then I'm off of this, y'all. It's just really frustrating me, but I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. Look, there are a lot of people who will hear people like me and other people on YouTube, and you all say stuff, especially you real churchy people. Oh, y'all missed y'all calling. Y'all need to do this. You done missed your calling. Well, I couldn't have missed my calling if you here. I got your attention, so I'm doing something right. That's the first thing. We respect God so much that we're not finna get up in the church and play with God. But these maniacs, God, I want to say something else. These maniacs get up in the pulpit and they just put on full Broadway productions for you all. That's all they do. And you all go along with that. There's no healing. There's no deliverance. Your mind is not regulated. Your money's still up and down. Your health. Oh, don't let me get started on the health issues. Some of you all don't even forget going to the gym. You can go if you wanted to. But here's the thing. You don't even walk around the neighborhood. You don't even eat right. Come on, I'm sure the doctors have told you what you can and can't do. But I'm going to get in the prayer line and let Apostle lay hands on me. I'm going to let them do this. Ma'am, sir, your healing is inside of you. All you got to do, you got to take care of yourself. That's your healing. The apostle, the prophetess, the first lady, they can't do it for you. You gonna do it. Take up your bed and walk. I mean that some of you have been down and out for so long, decades. It's time for you to take up your bed and run. You need to sprint. You're behind. A lot of these people in the pulpit, a lot of them, they're just actors. And every time they get up for a sermon, it's a big Broadway production. Well, let me take that back, because I think some of you all may get more out of going and seeing a Broadway show than you do going to some of these churches. Honestly. As a matter of fact, go check out August Wilson's The Piano Lesson on Broadway, an all-black cast. All right? Shameless plug. Support art. I'm serious. You may get more going to see that than you will some of these churches. Something about life to help you go through, not to keep you coming back Sunday after Sunday, again, going through the same thing over and over again. Some of y'all been going through the same thing for decades. Come on now. Come on. Get your mind right. A lot of y'all need therapy. I'm going to say it to Jesus come back. Some of y'all need therapy. Some of this stuff you trying to get over, And some of these people know it. And they just keep you in that downward spiral and that cycle over and over again. Your life is like a loop, a loop, a loop, a loop, a loop. And if Jesus came to set the captive free, that includes you, ma'am, sir. You don't have to live like that. Now, I'm off of this for real. Y'all know when I get started, I don't stop. But I'm glad I could do that on the YouTube show I created and cultivated, all right? Until next time, it's your guy, Dawson. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself and each other. Go off in the comments. Let me know what you think about this video. Peace. Oh, real quick, you all. Today is December 5th, and Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon did have a court appearance where the judge did reduce his bond from $10 million to $1 million. Pastor Apostle David Keandre Dixon's mother was at court, and she begged the judge to reduce the bond. She went on to tell the judge that Keandre loves everyone. He's a preacher. He's a teacher. He sings. He grew up in the church. And the judge told her, look, basically both bonds are high, the $10 million and the $1 million, but he did reduce it to $1 million. But Keandre is still in jail. Pastor Dixon is still in jail, y'all. So I will be following this story closely, and I'll give you all updates as they come out. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Take care of yourself and each other, and look out for those kids. Peace.